eyeshadow, and it was what I put all of my makeup in when I first started getting into makeup, and then I quickly outgrew this. But it is so convenient for traveling, especially freelance jobs. I absolutely love this. So it's really nice, and well, it's easy to organize. It's a little messy right now because I had the job yesterday, but it has 2 compartments on each side, 2 small little columns, and then 1 under it, so there's 4 altogether, and then this well in the bottom where you can put larger items like palettes and whatnot, but we'll get into all of that in a little bit. I'm just going to start over on the left side. This is where I keep any eye products and brow products except for eyeshadows because I use all palettes for that. So first on top I have brow products, my wax, Anastasia Dip Brow in Auburn. And if this didn't match anybody, it matched about half the girls I did, but if it didn't match them, I have matte shadows in a palette that I could use. I have my little, my wax stick also to keep brow hairs in place. Then I have 2 mascaras that I absolutely love, the Colossal and Falsies, and of course waterproof. For a wedding, I absolutely wanted to use waterproof. And then Great Lash Clear Mascara, which I just use as brow gel because it works amazing. I've been using that for years. I have a black and a brown Maybelline Line Stiletto liner. I have black eyelash glue. I think this might be a little newer. I got it maybe like 2 months ago, but I had never seen black glue. I've seen gray and just the white that dries clear, but black is amazing. You can't beat it. You don't have to worry about it maybe not drying all the way. It's black through and through. So I love this. It's by Kiss. I have absolutely my Kat Von D eye primer that I use on everybody. This stuff is amazing. I have my NYX Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil in Milk. You never know when you're going to need this. It's so opaque and amazing. It can have so many uses. I mainly brought this for a brow highlight on the girls just to kind of make it more glam and dramatic. Somehow my eyebrow brush, angled brush, and spoolie ended up in here. So I had the job yesterday, like I said. So it's a little unorganized now. I also have this Big Eyes mascara, mainly for this lower lash brush because doing somebody else's mascara is so much harder than doing your own. So this lower lash brush I even use on the upper lashes just to get really, really down into that root. Then I brought my Maybelline Eye Studio Black Gel Liner, a pencil sharpener for my jumbo pencil and eyeliners, a pair of scissors to trim false eyelashes so they would fit everybody, a pair of tweezers from Sephora, and I brought my shimmery eyeshadow primer potion in Sin from Urban Decay. So that is all I have in that little compartment. Now moving on to the one right below it. So in this compartment I just have blushes and a highlighter. I didn't bring all of my blushes. I wanted to bring items that were going to be pretty universal, nothing too dramatic, not like any purple blush or anything like that because this was a wedding. We didn't want to get too crazy but still glam. So I did bring a couple of cream shadows. I have this coral one from NYC. I have this hot pink, which doesn't come out so hot pink. It's just a nice natural flushed color. And from NYX, and then a natural coral color from NYX. I also have Luminesso from Milani, just a really nice baked coral shadow. And then I couldn't go wrong with this CoverGirl blush. It's universal and super natural, and this is in Soft Mink. And then I have a blush from MAC, also in Love Cloud. So these are really, tame colors that are going to look good on everybody. And then I did, just because it's small and I wanted to keep track of it, I have a highlighter in here. It's the Sunbeam Drops from Benefit. I have a lot of other blushes and highlighters that wouldn't fit in here, and those are going to be down in the bottom. Moving on to the top compartment on the right side, this is where I keep anything for the face, the main things that I was going to use on the face. This is the MAC Pro Longwear Foundation, and this is what I was going to use, or this is what I did use on the bride. And I wanted this to be front and center. I had her go get matched for this. It is NW20, so that is why I had this right up in the top. I have other foundations down in the little well. I brought my Too Faced Hangover Primer because it's not the silicone base, and I feel like not everybody's skin reacts well with silicone. I know mine doesn't. This is kind of feels just more like a moisturizer, but it works so, so well for priming your face. So I, of course, brought this. Then I have my Kat Von D concealer. I have a Rimmel concealer, and I have my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer here, and then 2 NYX concealers. These 3 were used for highlighting and the others just for concealing redness and all of that. Then I brought my Tarte Maracuja Blush and Glow in Candlelight. Usually I mix this with foundation, but I did not want that for the wedding because I didn't want any flashback in pictures, so this I could use for a really nice natural looking highlight. And then I brought 2 setting powders, the NYX Mineral Set It and Don't Fret It, and then the NYX HD Studio Photogenic. So this is more of a skin tone color, and this is the HD white powder. Alright, in the well right below the little face compartment, I just have a bronzer and a Studio Fix foundation. So I have this one from MAC that I brought, just because I had it and it did end up matching a few of the girls, and I could also use this as a setting powder. This is in NW18. I have my tried and true Sephora bronzer that I brought, and of course my Sonia Kashuk cream bronzer, whoops, because it is just so natural, and for pictures and everything it was a beautiful natural bronzed contour. Now on to the bottom well part of the case. This might be a little bit random because a lot of things got thrown in here in the end, but that's okay, so let's just jump right in. The first thing I have is this Urban Decay face case, and I mainly brought this for this highlighter because it's not chunky or glittery or anything like that for any flashback in pictures. It's just a really nice natural glowy highlight, so I loved that. And then I have my foundation mixing palette or mixing plate because I brought all of my foundations and just to color match everybody so I could have this to mix foundations together. I brought makeup wipes for obviously any messes on people's faces, and especially for brushes in my hands because my hands get so messy and full of makeup when I'm on a freelance job. So these are a must, and they're really mostly for my hands is what I get the most use out of them. I brought my Naked Face Flushed Palette. Again, this highlighter is also really, really pretty and nice for photos. And then just another bronzer and blush color. I brought the Nudes palette from Maybelline that is new because these are all just perfect nude colors for a wedding. So I had to bring that. So great and compact. I then have my Emphasize shaping powder from MAC, and these are just a couple old blushes from Marc that I've had from when I used to sell Marc, but they're matte, so I figured I needed to bring those. This I just brought for this matte mosaic blush. And then of course I brought Fix Plus. I use this on all of the girls to prep and set their face. And then down in here I also have the brushes that wouldn't fit in my brush roll. So this big fan brush I used for highlighting and dusting away any fallout. And then my Real Techniques brushes I love, but the base was just too fat to fit in my brush roll, so I just stored those down there. I have my Heavy Duty Eyelash Curler. Let's see, Studio Fix foundation from MAC. A Hard Candy blush. This is another matte blush that was perfect to bring. I brought both of the Naked palettes that I have, the Naked 1 and the Naked 3. The Naked 3 is really nice because all of these really soft, pretty rose gold colors. I then have 2 more foundations. It is the Revlon Photo Ready and CoverGirl True Blend. I really like both of these and they're really nice to mix together also. Q-tips, these are also a must, just like the makeup wipes. I have one last brush down in here. It was what I used to set the under eye area. I have 2 knockoff beauty blenders. These are just the sponges from Target. They're so much cheaper. They're $5 and they work amazing. It was a great airbrush finish look. I absolutely loved it. I sprayed these with Fix Plus before I used them, and Everyone's foundation went on so beautifully. I have a couple of highlighters down here. The first one is Hard Candy Glow All the Way. This is just a really pretty kind of pink based highlighter that is way too much on my hand. I would never put that much on an actual person, but you can kind of see just the really nice sheen and glow that it gives off. So I had to bring this. This is especially nice for fair skin girls, and I am fair skin and I use it on myself. and it is gorgeous. To set that particular highlighter, I brought my MAC Blush and Glow, or Blush and, what is it? Touch and Glow shimmer cubes. And then I also have my Sin highlighter from Urban Decay. I have my Wet n Wild highlighter from the Fergie collection. This is actually one of the only things I like from that collection. Then I have my MAC Soft and Gentle, of course. I have a blush down here. This is, let's see, Star Wonder from a MAC collection that's like 2 years old. I don't know what it is. It looks kind of dramatic, but it really just gives a soft, rosy, kind of shimmery blush color. I also have an Avon Smooth Minerals blush for anybody that had kind of a more tan skin tone. And then the last thing down here is the Stila palette. This is the first palette I ever got. And I mostly brought this just for the kitten color because it's one of their most famous colors. It's absolutely gorgeous. It looks so pretty on anybody. I'm almost out of it, so I'm gonna have to go get more pretty soon. But it is just so gorgeous, and I could use this for an eyeshadow and a highlight, so I had to bring this. Okay, so now I just have a few more makeup products to show you that are in this bag. Don't mind this dirty towel down here. This is the desk that I do my makeup at every day, so hence the mess. So this bag is again from back in the day when I sold MAC and Avon Cosmetics. It is such a convenient bag though. I'm so glad that I got it. So it just has the 2 zippers and zips right down like that. There used to be little pouches down in this side of Velcro, but I don't know where they went, and they were super small anyways, so this will do perfect. So I'll start with this little zippered side. In here I have 3 of the most important things. I have the Urban Decay Vice 2, the Urban Decay Original Vice palette, and my Neutral Z palette, which these are what I mainly used. Actually, these are what I use on everybody since these are the only shadows I brought. The Vice 2, I know some of the colors are super crazy, but this Dope color is what I used all over the bride's lid. Absolutely gorgeous. The Habit color is a great transition color, and Rewind is a really, really nice matte brown. In the original Vice, the Nevermind and Echo Beach, they're both just really nice, kind of not shimmery, but have a sheen to them, golden and off gold, taupe and brown colors. And then of course in this Z palette, they're mostly matte BH colors, but I have a couple of MAC and a NYX shadow in there as well. Over on the other side, I kept my 10 color concealer palette, which of course have to have this for contouring, highlighting, all of that. Mix and match. You can match anybody with this thing. Dirty, but that means it's had a good life so far, right? And then I also have my 10 color blush palette. Same thing, mix and match for everybody. It's gorgeous. I love this. It has so many amazing colors. There, now this is actually a lot brighter than it's coming off, but there you can kind of get the gist of it.